Hey, what's up, family? Hope you guys are having a phenomenal start to your day. Now, I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel where we love focusing on our own financial and personal development. Hey, family, one stock that I really want to talk about today, and which is a stock I own, is ExxonMobil. Now, when it comes to these type of sell-offs in the market that we've been experiencing this year, oftentimes we think that everybody's just taking money out of the market, and oftentimes what ends up happening is hedge funds, large term and large big time investors, they don't really take their money out of the market. Most times they just shift their money into safer sectors of the stock market. And so, as we all know, there are 11 sectors in the stock market. And when times come when we are looking at a possible recession, the hedge fund owners tend to get into safer plays. And some of the safer plays are the energy sector, because regardless of how the market is doing, people need fuel, right? So people need fuel for gas, transportation. People need fuel for their homes. Many people, millions of people, are still cooking on gas stoves. So people still need fuel. People still need energy, right? And so one of the possible plays that you could possibly look at is ExxonMobil. Now, ExxonMobil has been doing phenomenal. Now, there was a time where past presidents were trying to push getting away from fossil fuels, and they were putting more emphasis on renewable new types of energy, whether it be wind or electric cars. So there has been a huge push to try to get away from these type of old fossil fuels, and that sector, certain stocks in that sector has suffered because of that, but now they have been roaring back. And so if you even take a look at lithium, I'm going to do a video on lithium as well. There's a huge shortage of lithium. There's absolutely no way that we could produce enough electric cars to really make a dent in the automobile industry within the next decade or so, just by the sheer shortage of lithium. We really don't have much lithium. And so I will be posting a video on a specific lithium company pretty soon that I've been taking a look at. Now, back to ExxonMobil. Now, let's take a look at the financials when it comes to ExxonMobil. Now, men lie, women lie, but the numbers never lie. So I'm going to go back to 2019, right? And so we're going to go back to 2019, and we're going to look at the money after everything is paid. How much money is ExxonMobil bringing in yearly? So 2019, they brought in $14 billion, right? But after 2019, they started to fall off tremendously. In 2020, they had negative $22 billion in annual income. They had to take a $22 billion loss. And I found an old article, and it talks about that. This was back in October 2021. ExxonMobil reported its fourth consecutive quarterly loss on Tuesday as the pandemic continued to weigh on energy demand and oil and natural gas prices. In the worst year for the company in 4 decades, Exxon said it lost $22.4 billion in 2020 compared to its profit of $14.3 billion in 2019. A big chunk of the company's losses came from $19.3 billion in write-downs in the last 3 months of the year, as the company marked down the value of U.S. natural gas fields acquired when gas prices were far higher before fracking flooded the market a decade ago. Exxon sharply cut spending on exploration and production by $21.4 billion, or 35% last year because of the pandemic. All right, so there you have it. They had a huge loss in 2020. But as we see in 2021, right, what do we have? Huge gains, huge gains. Now we're back up to 23 billion in profit. And now in 2022, the trailing 12 month is $25.79 billion in profit. All right, so what do we see? We see profit steadily rising, profit increasing, and as gas prices increase, so will Exxon's revenue, right? And so it's going to be some tremendous quarterly reports as we approach the end of the year, because they're making tons of profit with all of these high gas prices, high energy costs, high fuel costs. And so when fuel prices goes up, everything goes up. And so ExxonMobil is at a great position right now when you take a look at the net income. All right, now that is something that we do like to take a look at, because if even if you're a day trader or fundamental investor, you want to pay attention. All right, want to pay attention. Now, let's take a look at the monthly chart. And so, as I stated, look at in June of 2014, we hit a high of 100, $100 or whatever. Then ever since then, we've been trailing all the way down to October 2020. We hit a low of $30. What a fall from the top. But what happened? Man, we quickly reversed course. And as of November 2020, man, we've been on a nice upward climb back to the highs of 2014. And I expect ExxonMobil to go a little higher. All right, now let's take a look at the weekly charts. So when we take a look at the weekly charts, again, strong bearish momentum to the upside. So every week we are just gaining higher and higher. Now, will we reverse in pattern? As of right now, man, we've had a possible bearish candle here, but what do we get met with? Another bullish candle, more bullish upward momentum. We had a possible hanging man candle here, which again represents a possibility that there may be a reversal in pattern. But what do we have? Another bullish candle to the upside. And so Amazon is just booming. I'm sorry, Amazon, not Amazon, but ExxonMobil is booming. All right, look at this today's candle, June 8th. Nice bullish candle to the upside. And so when we take a look at the daily candle, right? Remember, we have the 20 SMA up, 20 simple moving average. And like I've always stated, stocks don't move too far from that 20 SMA. So even though we move away from that 20 SMA, we bounce back. We move away from the 20 SMA, we bounce back. And so we ride along the 20 SMA, which is a beautiful chart. And so what we need now is we need to continue watching. And if a bearish counter presents itself, we may place a call option back to the downside. But as of right now, long-term holder, ExxonMobil, I don't see it coming down. I see more and more growth. I see more and more highs with ExxonMobil, and put ExxonMobil on your watch list. If you do buy a few shares, man, you will not regret it. All right, you will not regret it. ExxonMobil is flying high right now. And the only thing that can really slow it down is Congress, right? If Congress come and pass some type of laws against, the energy sector, talking about price gouging, and if the president is willing to, dip into our oil reserves, or if he's willing to reinstall drilling on U.S. land, that would definitely help lower those prices or bring those prices down. But as of right now, man, the government, president, he's sticking firm. He wants renewable he wants renewable energy. He wants electric vehicles. He wants, electric cars all across this country. It's not happening anytime soon because we just don't have enough lithium to make those things happen. But again, That's the end of this video. Take a look at ExxonMobil. If you haven't, man, there may be some opportunities for some call options, maybe some opportunities for some put options as we bounce back to that 20 SMA. Or if you just want to buy and hold long term, you can do that too. All right, family. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hey, please get the like. Hit that like for me, man. Hit the subscribe button. Keep coming back for more wealth building information. Peace.